Hello and welcome back to the Bielsa Stand YouTube channel, and today's video is all about Charlie Cresswell. So let's talk about Charlie Cresswell. So yeah, he hasn't really made many appearances this season. I mean, he's only made 4 league appearances. That's 120 minutes or so that he's made this season. Regarding in the cup, he's made 180 minutes. So he played every single minute in the League Cup this season, but as I say, he hasn't really been around the squad. I thought maybe in the FA Cup game against Peterborough, where Leeds United actually won a game in the FA Cup, yes, and away, I thought maybe he'll get a bit of game time, and so did his father, Richard Cresswell. He posted on Instagram a comment with a picture of Charlie Cresswell saying, "Be nice to see him play again at some point." So, yeah, why is he not getting game time? Who knows? I said at the summer when he signed a 5-year contract that it was a good move. I thought he'll be part of the squad. This was before Joe Roden came in and before Pascal has found form. I thought he would be part of the squad, playing in that centre-back position, even on the bench. But it hasn't turned out like that this season, unfortunately. As we know, last season he went to Millwall. He played quite a lot of games there, even though he did get dropped from the team for a bit, through like midway through the season. Then he came back into the squad and got injured before coming back to Leeds. But yeah, I mean, he's got a high potential, I think. Obviously, he was in the England under-21s squad in the summer where they won a trophy. I think it was the Euros or World Cup for under-21s, I can't remember, but he was part of that team with the likes of Anthony Gordon. So he's highly thought of. He's got high potential. Obviously, last January, I think he was linked to a permanent move out the club. I think Stoke were linked to him. He obviously stayed at Millwall to the end of the season and then came back and signed a 5-year contract, as I mentioned. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't really been on the bench this season. As we know, he hasn't really been starting games or even near the squad. Regarding in the 21s, I don't even know if he's making appearances there. So he's been like frozen out. I think the other week I saw that he put it was nice to be back or something. So I don't know if he's been injured or stuff like that. But yeah, he's obviously been captain for the under-21s previously, where they lifted the trophy by getting promoted into Premier League 1. So yeah, Charlie Cresswell's finding it tough at the moment, I think, regarding game time. I mean, obviously he wants to play. He's a footballer, and to develop, he would like to play, I guess. Richard Cresswell wants to see his son play, which is very understandable. I don't know if it's his attitude. Obviously, we've seen earlier in the window Spence going back to Tottenham Hotspurs, and even the likes of Pervader, Lewis Bate on getting game time, these youngsters. So I don't know if Daniel Farke really trusts these youngsters. I don't know if he's really sees him part of the plans. Look at Sonny Perkins in the summer. He left on loan because he didn't think he was first team ready for Leeds. Look, but saying that, he has put his faith in some of the youngsters in Rutter and Somerville, and not really Nonto. Nonto's been on the bench. He's really a bench player. So even though he has been using some of them, obviously Charlie's not in his plans. So this is a question. What's going to happen to him moving forward, including the second part of the season? As I said, in the summer, Luke Ayling can play centre-back, but he hardly gets a game. I think Luke Ayling's playing more than Cresswell, which is not ideal. Liam Cooper contract's running out in the summer as well as Luke Ayling. So by next season, we may not have Ayling or Cooper. So will this mean Cresswell will get a chance to play in the team? I think it depends what league we're in. If we're still in the Championship, which I think we will be, Rodon will probably go back to Spurs. Then maybe he'll have a chance to be a bench option if Farke's in charge. But if you do go into the Prem, I think Leeds would probably like to sign Rodon. It's like that Ben White situation where he came on loan, had a good season. Leeds wanted to bring Ben White back to the club. However, Brighton's transfers guy didn't want him to leave, like the owner and all that kind of stuff, the football director. So in the end, he stayed for Brighton for a season before making a 50 million move to Arsenal. But I think it depends on a lot. Obviously, as I say, if we are promoted, I don't think he'll get much game time. I think maybe he'll be sold or get loaned. Regarding the second half of the season, I don't think, again, he'll get game time. He'll probably be staying. If not, he'll probably get a loan somewhere to another championship team. And then next season, if they do stay in the championship, I guess we reassess and see where he is at and his performances on loan. But if he doesn't go on loan and we're still in the championship, I think next season he won't be here. I think he'll be sold. I don't think he'll be sold this January. I think it'll probably be a loan move. But I wouldn't be surprised if Charlie wants to leave, even though he's a Leeds supporter. It's all about him. Like, he wants to be a footballer. He needs to put himself first. And for his profession, he can't just stay in Leeds doing nothing. So it'd be interesting. It is frustrating. Like, it is frustrating how these youngsters aren't getting really game time. As I said, Leo Helder doesn't get any game time. We don't see Charlie Cresswell. Lewis Bate, another player we don't really see. We saw him under Bielsa, but not really anymore. We don't see Ian Pervada, Sonny Perkins. We don't see much, even though he's been on loan. So even Joe Gelhardt, actually. Joe Gelhardt's another one where I'm like, what's happening with him? Because, again, he signed a contract a year and a half ago. Last season, yeah, he went on loan to Sunderland. But, I mean, this season he's hardly been playing. He, for some reason, isn't in Farke's starting 11 or his plans. So it'd be interesting to see what will happen in the next coming weeks regarding the transfer window with these youngsters. But also in the summer, if Leeds stay in the Championship, or even if we are promoted, what will happen to these kind of fringe players at the moment. So let me know in the comments below what you think. Let me know what you think happening with Charlie Cresswell. Do you think Charlie Cresswell will stay at Leeds this window? Why do you think he's not being played? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.